Well, hello folks, welcome back to the channel. I am the Custard Prophet and we're back here for our ATS career mode save with the Custard Haulers USA. And we're currently driving into St. Joseph into North Missouri. And we're going to be picking up a load once we get there. We're going to be doing a little bit of a drop off first, but we're going to be picking up a load of chlorine, which is a bit scary. Now we've got some of the more dangerous loads available to us, we can do that sort of thing. And we're going to be going south to Joplin to drop it off. The job is going to net us over $1,000, and this is really important because we've had to take on another loan because we are struggling, folks. We are struggling a little bit after that horrendous accident. If you didn't see the accident, I will drop in the accident right now. What the hell? That's right, absolutely mad accident. Not my fault, and thank you for everyone who looked at it and came to the same conclusion. Essentially, what seems to have happened is that a truck spawned, like a mini truck with some like spooled wire, spawned in the middle of my truck. And it sent my truck up about 1,000 feet, 100 feet in the air, no joke. And you can see it, if you watch it, you can actually see in the side mirror that truck dropping down alongside us. But it completely wiped us out. This is downtown St. Joseph. This is pretty nice, actually. Here, let's have a little look. We're actually supposed to take a photo here, so let's do that. The Journey West sculpture. So presumably this is about, is it a railroad? Or is it just about kind of colonizing going out west? Very nice. We've also just a little way up the way here got we'll go right here. A scenic viewpoint to pick up, so we'll do that. It's a nice little city. It's a little bit different from some of the other places we've been to. But yeah, that was absolutely mad. Never had that before. Oh, I can't go down there. Never had that before, and I suspect I won't have it again. But let me know, if anyone in the comments, if you have experienced anything like that in the game, because it was utterly and completely insane. It was never experienced the likes of it. Right, so we're going to go and pick up this scenic viewpoint now. I did take a photo there, didn't I? Hasn't registered it. We'll take another photo just to be sure. But let's pick this one up first. Right, let's see what this is all about. And then we're going to go and pick up our chlorine, which is in the south of St. Joseph. Ozark Explorer 7 out of 12, and we've just picked up the Show Me State 6 out of 12. This is or 7 out of 12 as well for that. So this is the Show Me State. Wow, look at that. So that's a real reference to the sort of caravan trains that were going out west, sort of colonising that land that was empty. I guess that's maybe a nod to it as well, perhaps. Downtown St. Joseph's. Anyone been here? Anyone know anything about this? Looks a pretty well fleshed out city for the game. Enjoying what I'm seeing here. Really nice. Plane in the sky there. I can see you. Bit of a railway there. I like the mixture here of industrial, commercial and residential in this city. Looks rather cool. Right, so we picked up the next part of the Show Me of the Ozark Explorer, and we are going to take a photo here again to see if it's going to pick this up. I'm not sure what went wrong last time. Maybe we just didn't take the photo. No, it's not picking it up. I wonder why that. Oh no, there it is. There she blows. Right, let's figure out where we're trying to get to. Okay, this is where we go. I'm going to be picking up Dow from Dow, the chlorine lorry. So that's pretty nice. Why are we over here now? Oh, I'm really confused. Well, I'll see you in a bit. Right, here we are at Dow, which is, I mean, this is just the most ludicrous bit of road I think I've seen. We'll have a look on the way back, but we're coming here to pick up our chlorine. And there does seem to be something a little bit off going on with the game now, just in terms of like little things that have been happening. You saw where I just came out of the game and then went back in, and the job disappeared, and this has happened like 2 or 3 times. Don't understand why that's the case. And I wonder whether it's something to do with, you know, or linked to what happened earlier. Not entirely sure, but it could be, couldn't it? Something. Let me know if there has been something weird and wacky happening in your own saves. So there we go. So this is the job that we've got. We're going to go back through St. Joseph. We could pick up that question mark. I don't think we will. And then we'll come down here past Kansas City. This is where we had this accident. And then down here, all the way down to the very, very southwest of the state to Joplin. And we're just on the north side of Joplin to Dino Noble, where we're dropping this off. This is near the Terrastor or Subtropolis that's here. Why has that changed names now? That's interesting. So the name fix. So the names are different now. It's now Subtropolis. Has that changed recently, or is something? Was the real name fix not quite working earlier on, and it was the Terrastor earlier on? Because I was looking down here, because I know Joplin is the site of one of the achievements, which was the blast achievement or something like that, where you've got to deliver the components of dynamite plus dynamite to the Namik delivery point. And I can't see it there at all. I just wonder whether actually it's now changed names to something else, but it wasn't like that before. But anyway, we're going to be coming down here, and then when we do the next one, we will be probably picking up, we'll definitely be picking up this scenic viewpoint and photo op in Joplin, and we'll be taking a delivery from Joplin somewhere else, hopefully out to this sort of location. And this is going to be really good because it's going to get us quite close to a couple of achievements. So just to give you a little overview of where we are at the minute with each one of our achievements as we're just coming round the mountain. Hello, mate. So in terms of cruising Missouri, oh shit, I just hit the gate. Wasn't looking where I was going there, was I? In terms of cruising Missouri, we are 6 out of 12 now, which is pretty good. We'll get 7 out of 12 by the end of this, where we pick up Joplin. So that's excellent. So in terms of the achievement, we are actually ahead of the game. In terms of the show me state, well, we picked up 7 out of 10, so we're actually quite close to finishing that. We'll pick up Joplin later on, so that's going to be 8 out of 10, and then just 2 more required. You can see here this crazy bit of road here with just like train tracks everywhere, and there was someone who was just stopped randomly. Actually, not randomly. They obeyed the laws of the road. I didn't know they were going to stop in the middle of the road, and I didn't realise there was a stop sign for the train track. But so that's, I think that's fine. And the Ozark Explorer, we've just picked up one of those, so that's 7 out of 12. We aren't going to be picking 8 out of 12. I thought we might do, but I wasn't sure where the delivery point was in Joplin, so we're not going to be getting that today. Anyway, folks, I am going to go and do a little bit of a time lapse. We have 228 miles to get there, 4 hours 2 minutes on the clock. It's not going to take us a huge amount of time, so let's get on and I'll see you in a bit. Well, hello folks, we're back here, just kind of heading on the the east of Kansas City. And as I'm doing this, I want to say a massive thank you to Rockin' Bob, who gave us a really interesting fact about Kansas City, which I had no idea about. So, and maybe this is just common knowledge. So, in the game we have a Kansas City on the side of the river from on the Missouri side, and it's apparently the river Missouri which goes through Kansas City. This is what we're going over right now, and that is the women's football stadium just there. That's what that is. But there is also one on the other side of the map in Kansas, as you might expect. Now, what I didn't realise is that these are two independent, separate cities. They have their own separate governance. They have their obviously they're in two different states, so in terms of the state control over the city, it's two different sets of control there, and neither of them, and I didn't realise this, that neither of them are the administrative capital of the state. It's absolutely madness, and it must be one of the biggest cities in both Kansas and Missouri, but there's two cities, both called the same things, next to each other. How does that make any sense to anybody? It just seems utterly balmy. But there we go. That's what I found out. So thank you, Rockin' Bob, for filling us in with that. And if anyone's got some more crazy facts about Kansas City, then yeah, please let us know about that, because I'm still struggling with the logic there. I really am. Also, one of the other things that we were talking about in the last episode, whilst I've got your undivided attention, was the road trip, which was a new kind of idea from SCS, and it was kind of linked in with, I think we need to go just here on the left. It was kind of linked in with with ATS, and the concept was that you not just driving trucks, potentially we'd be able to drive other things across the state, so like sports cars or a motorbike or a mobile home, or a tractor or a cement mixer, God knows what else, but we might, all sorts of things, which I think would be really, really awesome. A school bus, maybe, a coach. Parkera would like that. So, yeah, I can bypass the waste station. Thank you very much. So one of the things I wanted to know, and maybe I'd be really fascinated if anyone knows this about this yet, I've not seen anything, is this just going to apply to ATS, or will we be able to do the same thing in ETS too? I've not seen any announcement on that, but I'd be a bit disappointed if they didn't do it for ETS too, because some of the drives there are bloody spectacular. Right, folks, we've got about 100 miles to go. I am going to do another little time lapse. It's going to take 1 hour 50 to get out to our location. Then we're going to do another parking job, reverse parking. We have got 15 out of 20 for that achievement as well. So we're coming up to claiming on the reversing achievement, which I feel pretty good about. I think it's just all parking, isn't it, rather than reversing, which is a shame. Right, I will hide my face and we'll have a bit of music. Got pretty late now. You can see we will be wanting a little bit of sleep, and we'll probably do this before we pick up our next job, so we will be fresh and ready to go in the morning. You might have also noticed that halfway through this drive our truck suddenly malfunctioned, and that's because we have got some serious issues with the overall condition, not the wear condition, but the overall condition of our truck after that accident. So even what we've done hasn't fixed it, and I think we are going to have to replace a part rather than just service a part, which is not great really for us, because that is going to be expensive. I can't remember which part it is, but I think it's one of the expensive ones. But it is gone night time. It's 8:12 at the minute. We'll be getting there in about 10 minutes time. We will probably then head off to the sleep spot that you can just see next door to it, have a little snooze there, and then we'll be able to kind of get ready for tomorrow, where I'm hoping we'll be able to travel from Joplin to somewhere else that we haven't been yet, as well as being able to pick up some nice photo opportunities. So there it is, 8 out of 10. Here's the show me state. As you can see, we haven't got the Cruising Missouri achievements yet, as I think I said we might have done. That's not quite right. So we don't have anything here. Someone was mentioning, and I want to say this properly because it was a rather cool little bit of information. I think it was Megatron Decepticon, about a road somewhere in the USA, the good old USA, where there is a train track that runs down the middle of the road, and you don't necessarily know the train's coming, and it only triggers that once the train's actually on the road. So you can have all sorts of issues there. Right, so we are, where the heck is this? So we've got to go over. This is enormous. Well, I was not expecting this. I thought this was going to be quite small, but no, it's another one of these bloody things. Absolutely ginormous. Looks like the main event is going on there on the right. So we're going to try and make a turn here. And it it looks like we've got right ahead of us. Don't know what this is, but it looks rather good. Dow. So I guess that's feels like it's some sort of like large chemical plant or something like that. Certainly something industrial. And what we got to do, we just got to put it in there. So everything says I shouldn't have vehicle malfunction. Yes, I will consider a service, but I can't afford it at the minute. I don't have much money in the bank, so I'm just gonna. Right, there we go. I like the back of this truck actually. That's pretty. Not pretty. Pretty awesome. Just the wheels on it. Something about it feels very American. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's just the length of the trailer. Alright, there we go. We've delivered. Park up. Off we go, and that should be us up to around 3,000 in the bank. 12 out of 15 company collector, 16 out of 20 parking challenge, so we're really getting along with that. And yeah, making some good progress there, getting up to level 7, which is kind of where we want to be. 7 out of 12 on Cruising Missouri, and we'll have a quick look at the sort of jobs that are available to us from Joplin. Well, not a huge amount. We've got this moving container job up to Kirksville, which is not ideal because it's only going to be $128. I don't really think that's worth the money. So we are going to be doing it next time, so it's not really a problem. I hope you enjoyed this little drive down here. We didn't get thrown up in the air, which is very nice, but hopefully we can get this truck fixed up fairly soon. We need to start getting some slightly bigger jobs. At the minute we've got, I mean, it's a decent amount of money we could potentially get, you know, for these top jobs, but that's what we need to keep getting hold of. So if you've got any thoughts or advice of what we should be doing next, any drives that you've particularly enjoyed in Missouri, let me know in the comments. We're still going to be working towards some of these achievements. We might have to leave the final achievement, the dynamite achievement, because I'm not sure we can pick up all of the gubbins that we need to get that done. But once we've kind of sufficiently explored the state, I think what we might do next is we might move next door into Kansas and have a look around there. Let me know your thoughts, or let me know if you think we should be going somewhere else. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.